I just got off work. It's 7:34 p.m. May 6th. I had two things weighing on my mind really heavy today. One of them was a lie that she told me before I kicked her out of the unit. She told me she was secondary on it and that she just got off the phone with the manager. Now, as much as I wanted to believe her, I couldn't, so I called the manager, and the manager said, "No one else is on this lease but you. You're the only one who signed the agreement." And right then and there was when I was like, "You're a liar. Get out." And that also made me think back to a conversation that her and I had about, she had me come lay with her one night. Now, this is a bit too much info, but it'll drive the point home. And me and her ended up, anyways, afterwards, later on in the day, I asked her if she was talking to somebody, and she said that he was just a friend, and I asked if she had any intentions of getting with him, like doing things with him or whatever. She said no. But that day in the storage unit would have been not that long after, and she had a hickey on her neck. So that makes me think that the entire time near the end when she was leaving and leaving me here by myself, that I think she was messing around. I really do. I think she was messing around with someone else or multiple people. From what I've heard, there's two people in particular that I know of. Now, do I have proof of this? No. No, I don't. But considering the lie about the storage shed, the lie about not wanting to get with this guy, not knowing if it really is this guy, but I would assume that it is, makes me think that she was lying about there not being anyone else and not getting some from somewhere else. I don't know who she was bouncing back and forth, like how many people she was bouncing back in between, besides me. And with all those lies piled on top of it, there's so many other ones, but I'm not going to get into them. I think she was messing around near the end there and not being truthful about it. And that's probably the reason why she left me, was because she wanted to explore other options. Because there's something that she's not really making known, and I'm not going to make it known either, but I can guarantee you that is the reason why she started looking for other options. Because it enhances that sex drive. Anyways, there was another thing that was weighing on my mind, is the court date, May 10th. I'm really praying to God that what I've heard is true when she says that it's just temporary, that I'm not seeing them just for this 2 weeks. I'm hoping that that's real, that's the truth, because this is really killing me. I was supposed to see Chayton and Dally today, but the Mother's Day weekend overrides my visitation, so they weren't able to come this weekend. They ended up staying with their mom. And I was really looking forward to it because it would have been a really great emotional support during this time to have my older two here. And it just sucks, because now I'm pretty much by myself again. Surprise! Lying for her lying to me. her swearing up and down she wouldn't do this to me, and then doing it. It just makes me want to ask her to her face, like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Really? Because I'm home by myself, doing everything I can to make this work, wanting to talk to you in person, wanting to be able to go to sleep next to you, wanting to be able to feel you next to me, being intimate with each other, and not having you go and get it somewhere else or have the desire to explore other options. That has to do with what your never mind. I can't go that far into it. And I don't even want to take it that far. I never intended to hurt her. As I've said many times, that unit belonged to me. I had the final say. If I told her to get out and she refused, don't you think it was at least a little justified to remove her from the unit? Because I didn't trust her. I thought she was going to take every freaking thing that the girls had there. Like, that was my genuine feeling, is that she was going to take all the girls' stuff, her energy. She wasn't stopping to talk to me. She was just grabbing shit, putting it in the van, grabbing shit, putting it in the van, not stopping, looking at me, trying to work anything out. Her energy said, nah, fuck that. And never had any intention of harming her, just getting her out of the unit. I mean, that was it. Kids weren't even there. Why are you putting them on an order of protection? She needs help. She might even be getting help. I wouldn't even know. My therapy's going good, on a positive note. I'm doing very well. Starting to learn how to stop myself before I get too worked up, because just then I was starting to, and it was like, okay, think of something positive before it gets too far, and that's what I'm trying to learn to do right now. So, think about it. I don't really have anyone to talk to, and I haven't had that one person that I could talk to while, I'm feeling this way. And she was that person that I would go to for that stuff. And she just kind of, I feel like she just abandoned me. Like, she just left me stranded. Took everything. Led me on. Made me think that everything was okay. I told her, don't do this for the wrong reasons. Are you doing this for the right reasons? Yes, I'm doing it for the right reasons. I love you, this and that. And then 2 months goes by, and there was a stupid decision that I made that I shouldn't have made. And if I wouldn't have made that decision, maybe she'd still be here. Wow. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm trying really hard not to think about it, but it's really hard when I'm all by my freaking self. Try being all by yourself for hours, for days, for weeks on end. Nobody to talk to. Just through text messages, words, not expression, not emotion, not face to face, not, hey, look at me. I love you. That kind of connection is what I needed. And she couldn't give it to me. And in a lot of ways, it's probably my fault. But it's also her fault in a lot of ways, because I wanted her to talk to me about these things and she just wouldn't. No matter how hard I tried to get her to talk, no matter how many questions I would ask her to try to get answers, she would just put up a wall. Not let me in, not like I wanted to know all of her. You guys, I wanted to know everything that she was thinking, even if it was something bad. Because if she would have voiced that in a manner in which she was showing desire to fix this problem instead of bringing it up as something to throw in my face to hurt me, then we could have worked things out. But hindsight is 2020, you know, so whatever. I'm just really hurt, you guys. Really, really hurting. I miss my girls a lot. I really do. Like, I cry a lot for them. Just the smiling, the laughing, the hugs and kisses, and being able to play with them, talk to them, love on them. That's the hardest part of all this, is I don't have anybody to just love on. And if it could be anybody, I would want it to be my kids. That closeness, that compassion, that love that Courtney couldn't give me anymore. And I was looking forward to seeing Chayton and Dally this weekend, and unfortunately Mother's Day overrides that, and I can't do anything about it. It's what the court says. So now I'm really, really going to miss them a lot. But in essence, on another positive note, it's Mother's Day weekend. You know, maybe they just need to be with their mom. But if they could see me right now, the fucking emotion that I feel, the heartbreak, the sadness, the depression, and they know I have depression, and they go and do something like this, it just makes it that much worse. I take my mental health very seriously. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a very emotional person. So when I tell you that you're making me feel a certain way, I really mean that shit. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person for making me feel that way. It means that maybe you could have approached it in a different way. But the same could be said for me. Like I said, hindsight's 2020, but I'm gonna get off here. I've already kept you too long, giving you too many fucking details that you probably don't even care about. So, yeah, see you guys.